Satnam and Namaste. Thank you for joining our gathering this week, and thank you so much for your patience in my not being able to record a video last week. I apologize in advance if I stumble upon my words or if I read the same sentence more than once. I'm having difficulties reading for particular reasons, and I send my highest love, and I would love to share this divination that I just pulled for us today because I have never pulled this card lightly, and I am delighted to share this with you this week to focus on. And this is something that's not just a tool you can focus on for the rest of the week. However, you can focus on however long you personally would like to use this tool because it's very powerful, and I am very excited to share this message that is for all of you who are watching. So I used the Isis Oracle deck from Alana Fairchild, and the divination that I've pulled for us this evening is the Merkabah, the Chariot of Ascension, spiritual work of the higher initiate. Your soul wishes to travel more freely between the dimensions of higher reality. This is to allow for conscious spirit communication, the free flow of soul light into the physical body, and the joining of divine harmony of heaven and earth. It requires a powerful consciousness to do this. The Merkabah, Chariot of Ascension, and Soul Fire is the spiritual gift to attain these divine purposes now, available to you as a high initiate. There are times when the soul becomes ambitious and wishes to live its entire life in conscious oneness with all expressions of its being, including the physical body. It may wish to do so simply because it is the nature of all beings to eventually realize themselves as divine, or because it needs specific new skills to be available to the human expression in the physical body so it can continue with its divine purpose. Those skills might be channeling divine energy or consciousness for healing, traveling easily between the worlds for conscious spirit connection, gaining greater artistic or creative ability because it feels wonderful to create, or any number of other purposes. It's unique and individual to you, and you know what they are. This oracle brings you guidance that a special spiritual practice has come or is soon coming to your attention that will help your soul reach you more fully. It will be an advanced practice, and it will serve you well at this time in your journey to reach the higher levels of capacity and spiritual responsibility that are available to you as a high initiate. Peace to you, beloved. Your spiritual work on this planet is greatly supported. The Chariot of Ascension Oracle also offers you a particular sacred teaching from the Priestess of High Initiates, Lady Isis. This is the practice of the Merkabah, the soul vehicle, or Chariot of Ascension. This vehicle is an energetic structure of sacred geometry that strengthens and protects you, allowing for your consciousness to travel instantaneously and freely between dimensions and realities without compromising your vibration or damaging your energy bodies. Merkabah is a vehicle of great strength and power, and is best used with a heart dedicated to unconditional love and service. It can be used to travel on the inner planes to stars and temples for higher guidance in an instant, as well as to connect with other souls on the inner planes at various levels of evolution. It is recommended that such a practice only be used with permission granted from the soul in question and from a place of love and intention to be of healing service. Merkabah allows you to travel without the usual restraints upon your energy field, but like any powerful practice, there is a wise caution. You will travel and experience what is in your heart. Keep your heart open and clear, and do not use Merkabah if you're feeling uncentered, ungrounded, disconnected, or angry. It is a technique to use when you are feeling peaceful and aligned within yourself. At such times, great growth in consciousness is possible for you using Merkabah. The Oracle of the Chariot of Ascension is a gift of high-level spiritual training. Your wisdom in using what you have learned helps you make the most of this sacred gift. This oracle is as much about receiving the training as it is about knowing when to apply it and when to have restraint. The oracle of the Chariot of Ascension is also confirmation that you are growing spiritually and becoming ready for greater tasks and spiritual responsibilities. If you have been considering taking a step to engage in teaching or healing, in your studying, practicing at a higher level, whether spiritually or in your chosen field or profession, you are encouraged to follow your heart and your destiny, and to be bold. Say yes to yourself. The Chariot of Ascension speaks of rising destinies and success. I believe this ritual is not to be used lightly, and I do feel that it is to be used at a proper time, and your being will know when that proper time is. So if now is not that time for you, what I love about this whole connection through the interwebs is you are able to watch this video whenever you feel it is ready for you. Some of you may already use the Merkabah to travel and to farther your practices and your healing and your guidance and your energy and your joy. And some of you may not. So this is one way to use this, and I suggest that you feel free and open to use this tool however you feel the need to, because what you feel is correct. Follow your intuition. Your gut is usually never wrong. I don't want to say never, but your gut's not wrong. Feel when this is the proper time to use this tool. This is an advanced healing practice. You are guided to complete the full practice if you are experienced in meditation and are able to remain grounded in your body even when in connection with higher energies. If you are unsure, start with the incantation below and build up to the ritual in time. If you feel unwell during the ritual practice, draw it to a close immediately and finish your practice with your incantation. An experienced spiritual healer will be able to help you adjust your vibration to a level that is ready to embody Merkabah over time if you do not feel up to this practice. So I'm going to pause this ritual and I'm going to read you the incantation. So you can say this if you feel like you are building up to using this tool, or if you have any disconnection where you don't feel absolutely ready to try this exercise. Also, if you need a grounding connection, just to feel protection anytime, you can say this incantation. So you would repeat after me. Lady Isis and Serapis Bey, shining bright. Support my Merkabah, build my body of light. I am in your protection now, and from harm I am free. Align me now with my inner divinity. Through my own free will, as a being of light, I now allow my Merkabah to alight, arising from below and descending from above, penetrate darkness too with divine light and love. Merkabah protection, body and spirit as one. Fragmentation and disconnection are now forever undone. So if you'd like to begin the ritual with that incantation, or you would like to start with that incantation and work your energetic field up to do this next practice of the ritual, feel yourself out. There is no wrong way or right way. These are options that I am throwing out to you that are written wonderfully by somebody else. But this is an amazing tool. For this ritual, you can do it comfortably. Sit on the floor in a meditation posture, lay down, use a comfortable seat and sit with your legs crossed beneath your feet or flat on the floor side by side so you're very grounded. Have your arms resting on your legs with your palms facing upward so your energy is flowing freely. Focus on your breath. Allow it to become relaxed, all the way down into your body. deep breaths. If you tend to breathe shallowly in your chest, don't start this exercise until you can deepen your breath into your stomach, deepen your belly. So you're breathing through your womb. Sometimes I personally wait until my breath sounds like an ocean, the ebbs and flows of waves. When I hear that, when I'm breathing in myself, is when I know that I'm personally centered. It's a particular sound, and you know it when you're feeling it and breathing that way. Say aloud this protection mantra when you reach that breath. Goddess Isis, that loves me unconditionally, protect me now. I rest in my heart, in the heart of your love and peace. So be it. Master Serapis Bey will confirm. And then once your breathing is restful and deep, become aware of a triangular prism. The 3 points of the base forming a triangle, reaching up to a 4th point above. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The base of the prism easily sits beneath your feet, and the point is high above your head. Visualize or intend that the prism be formed of electric violet light, which is pure white light with flecks of neon violet in it and around its edges. Pausing what's written here, visualize this prism however you would like to visualize this prism. This is a guideline for you to use in Merkabah, but the essential basic mechanics of how to visualize and spin this is various for everybody. So this whole bright purple light is a suggestion. Take your time to build the prism with your intention until you sense it firm and stable, hovering around you comfortably. So essentially you're sitting in a prism. The base is below you, the point is above you, inside that prism. Once the first prism is clear in your mind, a second triangular base prism forms. It starts above your head as a triangular base, 3 points forming the triangle shape, and a 4th point of light deep beneath you forms the apex of the second prism, all 3 sides reaching down and converging at the point. The points of this second triangular prism are formed with electric violet light, joining each other with the electric violet light forming the second prism with the base high above your head and the point deep below your feet, with you fitting comfortably inside these 2 prisms. So you're sitting inside a prism from the bottom up, from the top down. The 2 prisms intersect, forming a star prism all around you, with the base of the first prism under your feet and its apex point high in the heavens above your head, and the base of the second prism at the top of your head and its apex point deep in the earth. And they form a star prism with 8 points total, with you comfortably resting in the center. I'm going to show you this image if you need help visualizing this. Prism 1, Prism 2. Take the time to really sense these prisms of light around you, feeling the beauty of the vibrant electric violet light flooding the points, sides, and base of the prisms as they form the star prism together. Stay with your breathing and allow the first prism, the one with the base underneath you and the point above you, to begin rotating naturally. It will move clockwise, or from left to right. Just let it spin. You don't have to force it, it will happen naturally. Soon after you feel comfortable with this, allow the second prism, the one with the base above you and the point below you, to begin rotating naturally on the opposite direction, an anti- or counterclockwise motion from right to left. You can allow this to happen naturally. As the two prisms rotate, you will feel the energy growing strong and moving your soul body and physical body into greater connection. You may literally feel as if you're rising up off your chair or wherever you're sitting. Stay calm and keep breathing. Keep your thoughts clear and stay in your heart space. If at any time you feel yourself lifting away from this reality and into a reality that you don't wish to visit, simply repeat the protection mantra in short form after this. Isis and Serapis Bay, into my heart without delay. So stay connected to your breath and allow yourself to experience the Merkabah for short periods of time until you become used to its intensity. It'll spin much easier when you do this practice several times. It'll just happen and you'll be in it and able to travel. When you're ready, just open your eyes, really take your time to ground yourself and come back to awareness in your belly and the awareness of your breathing, of your breath. And that's really essentially the key points. I feel like when I first read this was very wordy. However, someone had taught me the practice of using a Merkabah before I received this divination. I'm going to show you this image one more time because it has the arrows of the direction. Your base prism is clockwise motion. The top prism is a counterclockwise motion. And you are in the center. And imagine it whatever color you need to imagine it. And you're welcome to repeat the incantation after you're finished or before you begin that we started with before the exercise. And this is your Chariot of Ascension. When I first started using the Merkabah practice, I liked practicing before I went to sleep because it allowed me to delve deeper. But to each his own, everybody has their own personal practices, and I hope that you enjoy this gift of travel. It's very powerful. When I first began these exercises, I left it open and free for what I wasn't necessarily visiting something in particular or asking particular questions or guidance or places or beings. But as you become more comfortable using this tool, you will evolve in your own self, however you feel best to evolve. So I send you with most unconditional love and my highest vibrations of light. I believe that this is a beautiful gift that everybody received this evening if they hadn't already been practicing with a Merkabah, because it is very powerful and it's very exhilarating at the same time. You get to go there's some very interesting experiences, and I hope that you experience that yourself as well. And thank you for bearing with me. I know this was a longer video. However, I really want you to understand and visualize the two prisms. You're sitting in a Star of David, 3D. It's a platonic. You'll understand when you just visualize this, and I hope that image helps you. So have a beautiful rest of your week. Thank you for your patience in receiving this video, and I send you love.